Right. So, been a hot minute since I've recorded. Been sick for a couple of weeks, so it's been a little bit of a issue. Had the flu, and then had an issue with my back, so that took me down for another. But it's all good. So this might just be a short stream. I haven't really got my throat back all the way, so but that's okay. A little bit of vocal work with uh intense game will probably help me out a little bit. So that back. So all right. So I'm pretty much continuing with the Endwalker story here. So uh, I'm gonna focus on this probably for the next couple of weeks, and it'll be my main game. I kind of get to the end of the Endwalker story. Might try and lump in maybe like a Fall Guys stream or something, but I always make promises, but never end up following through. I'm so busy, so many other. Yeah, so here we go. Let's get into where we left off the last time. Alright, so I won't catch you up on the story, you can catch up the other things for that. But I'm in Elpis and I hit the end of a pretty big story. So back over to objectives. Oh, okay, so what I've got going on, I'll probably have a stream tomorrow. I've already set that up. And then there might not be one until Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or probably Wednesday. So and then maybe Friday. So I should get a couple in. Actually, no, it'd be Friday. Because actually we're supposed to be having a power outage. So that probably. So we'll see. I'll try and get a. This will probably be a short one. I'll try tomorrow in. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we're at Venat here. So thou must live, die, and know. Venat is watching you in quiet contemplation. To me, our duty is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emek Salt or Hythlodaeus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences of Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final death. You must fight this battle in your age and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of go. So, down this way. I was looking out for a bit of lighting actually to the shadow of one of the sides of my camera there. So I might go for a bit of color just to kind of fix up that wall a little bit, take away the plain color. So I'll probably try and find something maybe online. Hang off the picture of the backs. That'll be a nice little addition, so change that up a bit. Probably be. So where am I going for this? Am I go over here? last time I left this, it was a really good part of the story. I really wanted to get back in a couple of days after that, but I fell sick. It really helped me at all. So I was down for quite a while. There. A little bit worried that I broke something. Like it's fine. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Speaking to Nat, several cutscenes will sequence, and it is recommended that you set aside a fishing. But these things play out in a hurry. So, going into a pretty lengthy area by the looks of it. So, hopefully, there's a little bit of gameplay in here. It's not just story. So, let's just see what happens. So, it is within the portal that brought you hither, and will take you home. Where we part. Doors emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained that in your days in Elpis and friends' sacrifice not in vain. Medion free to pursue signs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, much to be. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion from common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. Carefully consider who must be trusted, and bring them into the fold. Verily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire of a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase self-memories. Were he made aware of his action, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternatively, we might try to alienate him from convocation, yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in. Quite the dilemma. Why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we must proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal in Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Split and divided, we would perish like people of whose celestial ruin. Not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Medion ever. Find a way to defeat to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve, so I will not give up on us. Find your world to be very different, or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has junction. No, until the moment has at hand, so shall I strive to do best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. Pray you walk with me to the end. Move forward, so too will I, as will all the resolve for the fight of tomorrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, he shall silence the song of oblivion. He who sings it will learn our journey far from over. This I promise. Well, my lord, till we meet again. So, all I think oh, here we go. There's a comment. Now I remember they're locked in a eye is a stars fall as tears and darken the nation. Very twisted abomination. Such is the lament. Wonderful. The song of they who tried and failed to create better world. That which hides the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creator. So, be the first time it happened. That day, the mankind saw half of its sacrifice to bring forth its own. Laying out now, so good. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, saw the final days. Cries echoed still. We wept for the innocent lost, wailed for death inevitable. reality too terrible to bear. Too many sought comfort in the gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights. It's all wrong. Why must we suffer so? It couldn't be like this. No, there must be a way to restore things to the way they were, to reclaim the perfect paradise we once had. Suffering exists and we cannot pretend otherwise. Civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it out in our hearts that we may grow stronger and know true happiness. We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again, a world free of sorrow. No, it will not, for there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its fighting sting for a time. So please open your eyes to try to and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom, it is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated. Mighty Zodiac, God born of our boundless faith, we bid you to hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver us the days of the days when the star was a font of love and we knew naught but bliss. Destroy it, our beautiful world? Hands that stretched on forever skies one could drown in, the heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. All a people, beacons of light and life, laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. Meaning and my love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I chose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. Let there be no way back. From that temptation I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Forth he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and talk. To birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. One fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving toward the unknown. In that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, in life, are they meant to suffer, to die? Fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. Hello. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is a find the strength to when all strength has left you. Find joy even as darkness. There, fight ever.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Hero away. How? Old shut in. Back. There he is. quite sure if we'll actually get another trial or anything like that in this stream, so because there's not a whole lot of time, but we'll see. There we go. Get a bit to load. Yo, impeccable timing as always. Heard you were off in the first part as our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as often so seems to be the case, while you were away we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Whole section completed. On to the next chain. So we're actually at level 88 missions now. So that's actually quite good. So getting pretty close to the end there. Is go update. Need to unplug my keyboard. Even gonna bother. I'm using the same keyboard for my stream as I am for the game. Easy enough to unplug them. But yeah, it would be really good to have like a backup somewhere. That's not gonna happen. So have you learnt aught more of the final days? I'd actually bust out an old keyboard that I was trouble with. That might even work. The journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Fortunately, during your time on the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies. That's a losing battle. Try to ascertain where and Alizé and Alpha Note traveled all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Omnius Ammonus was the one of the worst effects. Estinian and Gra took a detachment of ally soldiers to offer aid and need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. And after like reading like strange names, I mumble pretty much like every other sentence. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. Meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tatarua and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. I recall the proposal issued by Master Fortunaut to the people of Razathan. In their discussion, Vitra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. So far so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter at the Tower of Babel, decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees, tower, Alphino, Alzay, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly safest place to begin with, and now final days have come for Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to the rendezvous with Master Fortunato. Then panic broke out and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the The others need you, Kyo. Please, you must help them. Having you there will make all the difference I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you'd best take every possible precaution. Possible precaution meaning check my gear. Pretty much don't have any. Right, so as the heavens burn, here we go. Ishgard. Alright. Look, I've got a couple of people in here now. How you going, guys? Who have I got? Q, and not a moment too soon. Skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you have heard, your fellow Scions have arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word of our troops on the Magnus Glacier that the forum's airship had. Then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees came to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart. Okay, blah blah blah. Several cutscenes. Have some time ready. There's a little bit of this at the moment. Okay. Required to participate in battle. At least we get some action in. Alright, so blah blah blah, other quests. Here we go. Cool, let's do it. Let's see how we go. Earlier on the Magna Glacier. Got a bit of trouble. People are getting eaten. Nasty. No, we were promised an escape, not the same doom we fled. Mate, you become doom, right? So I shall not meet my final days here in the Blessed Waste. Calm yourselves, your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense. Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety. Look, we got this, right? Just get out of here. Who do I get to play as now? I can handle this pair, you. I'll tend to the refugees. Let us be about it. Wish my little lord. Have to be a mage. Here we go. Alright, let's give this a go. So, I'll command the beast to see to wounded. Okay, cool. So it looks like I need to be doing some pulling. Need to get a handle on who restores target's HP. Let's just see what's on here. Okay, alright, so I need to run around and for a bit of a battle situation, so protect the refugees. Alright, so this class is going to be really useless. I have no idea what I'm doing with this one. I don't want to heal the target, I need to actually like do some combat here. So protect the refugees, I'm probably better off just healing everybody to heal. So they're kind of, you know, turning into beasties. So that's not protecting them at all. So what have we got here? I need to have a look at restores target HP, restores target HP, damage. So I need to use at least a damage button. Damage over time, so that's your dot damage. Okay, that's good. Let me just swap enemies. Try and at least get one of these bad guys. Now, if they were undead enemies, I could probably just, you know, heal them all day. Rid of them. If you're dead. Okay, so... Alright, they're turning into beasties. What else have we got? A whole lot I can do. Can I actually... I think it probably wants me to use a different move on these guys. But I can't actually target them.
You're safe now.
Okay. Right. Is there an AOE? Heal. Magic barrier nullifies damage. Restore zone in nearby allies. Can I just do just that? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So whatever that move is, I probably need to do it. Time. Party member. Barrier. So, okay. Being overwhelmed by fear. Do what you can. First one's can. Everyone's lost. Yeah, I mean, I can target them, but let me just try all these moves down. All these healing anything. Do I just not have the right set on my clock? I just need to right click on them, apparently. I don't. Okay. Alright.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
Thanks, game. Oh well, we did it. Alright. Right click to calm down.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
That's what you got for me. Outside the zone, I did it yet, so that means I'll probably have to. Now, I'm pretty sure you can take the lead off of my support. Barrier. Time, damage. Damage targeting all nearby. I'm just healing. I do like that these battles are actually showing you mechanics. Like, that is just something that is so much better than some of the campaigns. So, enemies are nearby, so probably a little bit of magic barrier back there. I think I could at least provide a little bit of extra support. Yes. Alright, so I need to target old mate. Make sure he's got a bit of barrier on him. That's nearly there. Restores target's HP. That barrier back on him. There we go. That was okay. That was okay. I learned how to support with a little bit of heal. Someone, please. No. No, no, no. Don't. I don't want to die. No dying. There's only turning in. Forward. Let's not a single phoenix escape. Wait, that's in the army. So you've recovered then. Time enough to be aid for once. Speak a bit more later. For now, we must fight. Repay your salvation in kind or with better. For Garlemald has her pride. Of that I no doubt. Gods, of all the possible saviors in the Imperial Army. Oh, look at that. Hope to take them all down at once. For all might be in order. God, that you know who would never abandon these people in their fate. Be devoured by their former friends, that'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now. Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds. So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now let's go. Alright, here we go. More battles. What am I gonna do? I'll see. What I thought. So, alright, okay, so let's see what I've got here. Some combos. Deals unexpected damage with potency. Lives an attack potency. 5 HP, so healing and damage. That's something I want to preload. Oh well, let's get into it. So that's going to be good. Save me! pay a little bit more attention. Pulls down a rain of meteors.
Not today.
Okay. This could be bad. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, okay. I need to be on the other... opposite one? Or just on any of them? Or what? Anyway, it's taking me out. Oh, Gra's got me. That's good. That's good. Level Gra. Okay.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Alright, this is doing okay. Okay, so I can just use the increase. Alright, that's bad. Okay, we got some rocks to hide behind. So that's
Find
gonna be.
cover.
So do I need to be on the inside? I think I do. Okay. Oh, so close to dying.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
Going up.
On guard.
Hopefully this is in the right position. Got close enough. Come on, there we go. That's a little bit better. Not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there's a way to bring them back. Hey, does anyone in the chat want to say hello? How you going today? Saving our lives once again. I remember you from Perusa. You helped us there. Pakistan, I'm glad you're. Once I see the injury of yours. Yeah. On you go. There you go. Get out of here quickly. I won't lose. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we fought to achieve. together, Alice. You're embarrassing yourself, and in front of father, no less. Might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let Eorzir's hero fight alone. Ah, here we go. Devil? Right, I'm back. Let's just announce ourselves. Nice and clear. I can look after myself, you know. An order I trust. Right, let's go. I've had enough of this rabble. Come on. Back in business. Here we go.
Oh,
Good
a
to be,
trio for
Mum.
the ages. Just the beginning.
That was over much quicker than before. There we go.
I had a feeling I'd find you. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. Quickly!
I have no idea actually, so I don't know what I'm doing. Assuming it's just AoEs. Nope. That's a familiar one. There we go. Cool. The end of the battling. Board without delay, the ship will depart ere long. Your offer to host us in Shaolin is most appreciated, but will final days not soon fall upon it as well? Temptation is not unwarranted. It's a trap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your heads. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you the complete safety even in my home. What can I promise? That is all I do in my power to protect. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to the sanctuary of the moon. Join us in our journey there and beyond to new horizons. Come to Old Shaolin, please. Would be the fools to refuse such a generous offer in earnest. Poke around in mine. If you're there, Ice Wizards and Odysseus, how you going? Seems they've a new destiny. The Razathan have too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be. Well, I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them. Well, find you just there. Him? Nurse, here. You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship. Why have you come? Heretofore the unseen beast was ripe for the slaying. For sport, alas, unfit to temper my blade. Oh, for the love of... cannot still be on about a rematch. That is and has ever been my sole concern. On the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your corrected bloodlust. So I hone my blade and... That's it? That's all you care about? Alamod, our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us, not only those who fought and killed for power and duty, innocent civilians. Hurted by their own flesh and blood, lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives in mind intact were left to freeze to death. Eos, tell me this was all you're doing. You slaughtered all your countrymen. You did it for what? For nothing, in the end, was much wasted effort. So much weight. You bastard! For your own sake, Julius, you must control your anger. Serve no one should it consume you and see you. You're right. Happier had I a good. If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality, all constructs of convenience when put to the war taught you how easily the power becomes the tool of self-righteous. Justice earlier mean to end. Yet you would ask me why? Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they shall tell you what suits them. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the pretty vicissitudes of existence must be cleaned by you and you alone. Should you seek it in battle, in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come, assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade. Oh, you can see it. You are a blight on the Gallian race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. Go, Julius. No. Stay with us. But I will not be in party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of it. So go. Go, and we may never suffer your madness again. Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You'll never get what you want, not even in the battle you pine for so dearly. Be alone for an eternity, and that you'll deserve every agonizing. Right, who's gonna get angry next? You're ready to depart, refugee, leaving shore, but I've asked mine to remain for the time. Enough room for you to join me on it if you. About that, huh? Going or you staying? To contain your surprise, it needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intention. Acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude. We appreciate the offer, but might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit. I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it's only meet that I explain myself to the bard. Bard. Accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join us as well, George, and speak of recent events on the way. He'll be after your seat on the forum next. Ah, back to control. You know, standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they don't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even heard what I said. Anyway, enough about that. It's good to see you. Alrighty. Quest complete. Something in some weapon coffer. Oh, it's a weapon coffer. Nice. At least that's gonna be wait, no, it didn't. Hopefully a good little bump. What have we got? The Krondite Magitech markers. They give me a little bit of bump. Equip. I see. Cool. Nice little steampunk looking pause for today. Bit of a moving magic going on there. They look very similar to some stuff you'd see in Final Fantasy VII. Like the enemies. Alright. I better set that. Oh. Good. Okay. Alright, next quest. Outside help. Lucy is taking stock of the present situation. No major injury then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quick as I could. Nevertheless, feared they would not make it in. What was invaluable? Your men saved more than a few. But not all, I regret to say. Yet I am addressing Lucia Janice. I am the forum's envoy, Fortuno Livio. You are owed an explanation for these most dire developments. The trial wrought by the final days, I was beginning to suspect as doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send a refugee elsewhere. Have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear any great but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to hold the creek, evacuate the populace as we speak. Airships have taken to the skies. I pray your men can be persuaded to join. You'll permit us to retain our weapons? Wouldn't have sent you after the Scions if I was expecting you to stab them in the back. And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions to be more relevant than future. Regardless of the circumstances that I saw at odds before, we need men of courage now more than ever. Order to defend Garlemald, and so we shall. With everything under control, you will excuse me then, for my own duties await. Masterful. Desired to express your appreciation for service rendered, did you not? Did. Though if you intend to ask again, that shall alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient. Onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours. Where to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us? Where? Any other I would doubt. but you trust to keep your word, for not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Blades Baldesian Annex. Assuming the decision is in your favor, does that suffice? It does. You have my thanks. And regale us with the tales of your most recent sojourn at the first while we wait. Those two just need to get a room. Did you hear something? No. Tempered bunnies? Or Aunt's pudding. Not Puddington. He's moving around. Where is this star's blasted pudding? Need to name him Josh. Dawn may banish even in the darkest night. This better climb bring warmth and comfort. Heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above. But what are you doing here, and dressed like that? Aren't you cold? What are you talking about? Verily, I fear my health. For my health, should I proceed to expound upon our purpose, I procure more soup. Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you are up there, nor has anyone deigned to send word of any plans. Rude is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother. So we decided to take matters into our own hands, come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit a theorist. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous, more so before the impending bill. So, like, introducing bunnies into foreign environments are normally pretty devastating for the right. So, like, I guess I can't make it any worse, right? So, oh well. And it's not like there will be ever any better time, what with the aforementioned doom. Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Erinjar's for inferior works no more. What a larrikin. Hey, maybe consider the plight of present company before you blathering on about pudding and doom. Was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are here at your disposal. We were born of Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Whittling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though. Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future, deserving for more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that we've carried out our duties to the letter. We failed to fulfill them in spirit. There, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better, so please show us how. Help us help you. But are they? Thy distant collaborators in... Hail, fellow, well met. You will be a member of the Forum, which it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. Way, Heidelin's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say to myself. I bid you welcome to our star, Living Way. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. I've surmised preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we'd hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlene, where you would advise us as you deem fit. It was with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after Leporates made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. Right, perhaps, but I followed my heart. Haveth you. May thy disciples banish the darkest of night. Righto. That. Esteemed philosopher of Eld, nevertheless, 'tis my hope that little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Wilt thou attend the Forum and thine wisdom, and lend thine own. Putting way over there. That's all quite settled. Can we start moving before we're in death? Even I'm freezing out here. I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the ship. That shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends. Bunnies are a lot more apart. I dare say Master Fushino was nonplussed as we were to learn but the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss the recent adventures ere we are summoned to Ostra. Okay. We're starting to pick up a couple of extra quests and stuff out here by the looks of it. Well, it's gonna be great deal about your recent exploits as everyone else. I feel confident recommending you for associate level hunts. Hunts. The challenges you'll face here on out will be tough to contend, or ways you can handle them given a reason to believe otherwise. Associate specimens are not only more threatening but more difficult to take down. You'll have to seek them out the world's most inaccessible and inhospitable reaches, like bloody Golemon. Gods, I hate that place. Now, if Islabad's unfriendly north was our only problem, I'd simply remind you to strap on your furs and take hail for the road. But well, perhaps it's best if you ask Jaksai what she's working on. There's nothing quite like hearing it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. Okay. Look, over here. Yes, I heard. Here, more photos in this. I'll tell you precisely what I'm dealing with at the moment. Let's look at this request from Griselle, shall we? She's Charlene's sole xenobiologist, self-proclaimed one, mind you, and it's her reasons. Prove that life exists upon stars other than our own. The astronomers have long since banned her from their meetings and refuse any requests she makes on principle. But alas, with no such luxury, she's been demanding samples from time now, despite obvious impossibility of acquiring them. Associate hunts often present such challenges, ones with no ready solution, though we cleaners provide ourselves with some resourcefulness. All we can do in such cases is post them in the board and hope for a miracle. Try telling that to the clients, though. In any case, I would be thankful if you could take a look at the board, try your any hands at bills that suit you. Guide ship has hopes for you. There's no pressure, of course. Got myself. Go fine. I'm complaining, Orange, but I wasn't expecting to see you soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetherius, I did inadvertently awaken in Leparts a desire. Our beloved star demise. Kryl tells us you have now obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to greater interest, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin Elpis Flower lead? And this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, this all but proves that Hana's were an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir in the raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. Our star is so replete with aether that entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of great events. Meteor, or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations. Cold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose: the destruction of it. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim: to defeat Meteon. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteon and we deliver the world from the final day. But even attempt it, there were two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Median escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Venat, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. Implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Venat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Median. And that I know would never give up. No, but Median is still out there. Though not for lack of trying on Hydaelyn's part. Surely that's why she me as a conduit for her will, and provided clues such as Elpis flower. I believe she's been waiting for mankind's answer to her. Second condition. We must find a means to reach Median. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely on wheresoever she nests. Union with Hydaelyn must, by necessity, come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigations of the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus from observing the Ethereal Sea built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required at the rostra where they intend a great exit. Father was able to persuade them. Taking us seriously, let's hear what they have to say. Alright, out we go. Bye. And as such, Rostra is closed to visitors. In a 7th dawn, very well, you may wait in the... Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door, lest you forget the sacred institutions, rational disguise. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Alright. Actually be after this little this story that I'll probably call it a little bit early for today. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit longer. Oops. There is a matter I wish to array. Enter. Here to listen and to learn, but if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. Leave, of course. Why not? Your words and wits have gotten us this far. Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction. Thank you, everyone. May I have your attention. Ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is brief Eons of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. They enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic action, Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your services to us as the people that run. Trap, whom we have informed of the refugees, new arrangements, sings your praises as well. In expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able. Let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this the moon, am I correct? Wow, it is the purpose that Charlene has labored these for many years. Collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved to their places in the Labyrinthos and Numenon and safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlene citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs after. Following our people, we shall send those of the other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Razat Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Davnia, we saw it fit to include the refugees in earlier groupings. An ambitious plan. Should you have accounted for the safety of all nations and many as we can. And how, pray tell? There is some voice behind in the background. I don't know if it's actually coming through properly on the stream, or if it's just background voice, like mumbling. So that's what confuses me somehow. Sometimes the audio is really loud, but there's just this weird echo in the background that they put of the voices. Almost like it's supposed to be not spoken, but just there to, like, I don't know, like accommodate for it. I don't know. Like it's just in the background, like a mumble. Weird. But I could be wrong. It might be the settings on my... I said this before. Maybe. Journey beyond the sky is unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death. Validity of the approach side. Plans proceeding case where under the impression that your primary means of rabble. that, does it not meet our optimal parameters? That is correct. Arc, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final dates have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to evacuate targets. We should put the vessel into service as it is now. We will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost. And hells, is there anything to be done? Aether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. The cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus. We are prepared to continue our experimentation up to before, should it prove necessary. What if the scans were to solve your problem? Voices are different in the background as well. It's so weird that I'm having this. We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency. Two conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to idle enough to have a Concord, and so would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no patient. Far more convenient effect. Second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we committed to propose another for your arc. Would it be at liberty to? Of course, if we cannot prove its merit to 99 here, who are we to stake on of this star? Nightfall as always. Couldn't have asked for a finer plan, allow us to solve this complex engineering problem, of that we were entirely unaware of. Go. What could possibly go wrong? Ha! The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective when we are at wit's end? What we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseum, but fresh inspiration. I want to have faith in that first was fight it, and yet their turn. First set of headphones. There's different sound coming. Order we have no vote. Bring to the terms. Alpha node, go. One in favor, 28. The ayes have it. Bushino, as the architect of this project, you are best candidate to show them the state. Bear in mind that regardless of your personal givings, this is the will of the forum. Very well. Before this session to a close, return to your tasks with urgency. The final day done. Nice. I'll complete this objective and that'll be it. Okay, about not letting on the rest of the plan, I was admittedly thinking on my own feet for the most part. But since we require both means of communing with Heinlein and reaching Gideon, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves in the completion of the arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I like to think it's not a challenge beyond combined expertise, or at least expertise of our own extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how the Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it though. To help complete. Here we go. Alright. Stream for the day. Thank you for sitting in and watching. It's been great. For people poking about. So, alright, so I should be back tomorrow at the same time for more of the continuing story. There may or may not be another stream. But yeah, for now, Final Fantasy 1 will be tomorrow, same time. Cheers. Thank you for watching. See you next time.